Hello, and welcome back to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Ade, and I am thrilled to be here with you today. We are going to do a reading that came up for me in the meditation, and the reading that we're going to do today is what unexpected blessings and guidance is waiting for you. What unexpected blessings and guidance is waiting for you. And if you are interested in going directly to your pile and want to choose by crystal hearts today, the pile number 1 will be the Tiger's Eye heart. You can see that. Okay. Pile number 2 will be the Opal heart. Okay. And pile number 3 will be the Unakite heart. All right, so those are going to be the piles. I am going to go into a pile picking, and we're going to be looking at where's the place, where are you right now, and then we're going to be looking at just in general, what is the guidance from Spirit and what unexpected blessings are coming your way. So that's what we're going to dig into, and we're going to pull a couple of tarot cards and quite a few oracle cards as well. And so that is going to be that. So if you want to jump in, I want to thank everybody who has subscribed to the channel. If you have not, please join our community. I'd love to have you here. Just go down there and click that subscribe button. And if you are interested in a personal reading, I also do personal readings. I do them via Zoom. They're very affordable and they are very detailed. And so if you are interested, please email me at abundantjoytarot@gmail.com and I'll send you all the details and then we can go from there. That being said, let's hop into the pile picking. All right, so I'm going to lift this camera up a little so that I have enough room to actually do all of the shuffling that we're about to do. All right, and I'm going to pull from the Moon Magic Oracle for pile 1, Spirit. What do they need to know? What is the guidance that is waiting for them? So it's going to be 1 for pile 2. Pile 2, what's the guidance? These cards are more about guidance, so guidance. And for pile 3, what's the guidance? What's the guidance for pile 3? All right, okay. And then we're going to get some mindful messages. So this may also be blessings. Oops. So for pile 1 and for pile 2, Spirit. I've already done the initial prayer over this, guys. So just kind of following my instincts. All right. And this is going to be the message from Spirit, from the Cosmos. Oops. I feel like that is going to be for 3. It popped right out there. Let's go back to pile 1 here. Pile 1. Oops. I feel like it's actually that one. And for pile 2. Pile 2. Okay, and then that Mystical Moments Oracle is pulling one of these for each one. So for pile 1, what is guidance or blessings? Unexpected guidance or blessings for my pile 1. For all those who are choosing that Tiger's Eye. And for pile 2, all those who are choosing that Opal. I'm going to go with that because it gave me 2. And for pile 3. Pile 3. Okay. All right, and now we're going to pull the tarot for these decks. So these are going to be mindful messages. These are all the oracle cards. We'll put these to help you guide you in to the readings. Interesting messages there. All right. and now we're going to pull the tarot. What's going on? This is going to be from the Akashic Tarot deck here. And we're going to pull 2 of these for each one. So for pile 1, I feel like this is kind of sticky a little. So I'm going to do this here. Pile 1. These are a bit sticky. Oh my goodness. Pile 1. And I'm going to pull 1 more for pile 1. Pile 1. And for pile 2, oops, that's going to be the air. Let me turn that. Okay, those of you who have been listening to these readings know that when that air comes on, you cannot hear a thing. So we're looking at pile 2. And 1 more for pile 2. And the tarot here. 1 more for pile 2. And then for pile 3. Chose that Unakite heart. What do they need to know? Guidance, blessings. Guidance or blessings. And 1 more for pile 3. 1 more for pile 3. All right, and then finally, I'm going to use the Star Tarot to kind of give us our overall guidance. These are really large for my small hands, so bear with me here. This is quite a task. Oops. Shuffle well on the side though. Okay, so for pile 1, 2 more for pile 1. Pile 1, they need to know guidance, blessings. And for pile 2, they need to know guidance. Okay, blessings for pile 2. And for pile 3, what do they need to know? Guidance and blessings. Oops, okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Okay, so overall energy for all 3 decks, because I just was looking and I felt compelled to look at the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck is going to be the 7 of Wands. And so I think for overall energy, I love this energy, this card in particular, because there's so much here about speaking your truth and standing firm within your own power, allowing yourself to have a field of protection around you as you move forward. And so I feel like one of the key messages for those of you who stayed for the pile picking, I think that is going to be relevant to all of the piles, and we'll see how it gets played out for each of you, is this 7 of Wands energy, which is about standing firm, standing up for yourself, speaking your truth in your own light and power. And there's just such a beautiful power here of connectivity to the heart and to the divine. Okay, so yeah, just a real sense of like standing in your truth and standing in your power. All right, so that's what we have for the piles. And so for pile 1, you are going to have the Tiger's Eye heart, and this is going to be your card, or your moon card. So that will sit on top there. Okay, and then you've got, for pile 2 is the Opal heart, and this is going to be your card. And then for pile 3, you've got the Unakite. And look at that, the divine finger there pointing at the world. It's very interesting. Let's see what it says. All right, so excited to get into these readings for you all. Thank you so much for joining the channel, and I'll look forward to seeing you in your readings. Don't forget to like, share, and or subscribe. All right, see you soon. Okay, hello, welcome back to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is for pile number 1. If you chose the Tiger's Eye heart here and this card, this is going to be your reading. I noticed after I did the pile picking that there was one other deck that I wanted to pull from, which is the Archetype deck, and I wanted to pull from the Places cards to kind of get a sense of where you are right now. Okay, so that's what this additional card is. If you watch the pile picking, you're like, well, I don't remember that one. So there it is. Okay, so today's reading is going to be on what unexpected blessings and guidance is waiting for you. Okay, so prepare, the piles have been prepared, prayed over, and if you've been guided into this pile, then this message should be for you, and I'm going to discover it with you. So here we go. So the top card that drew you on in is I let go of the anxiety of others. I let go of the anxiety of others. Wow. So I think what is coming out for me here is just seeing how bright this single moon is, and really feeling like this is you all, your beautiful souls, and allowing you to let the anxiety of others, like the clouds are floating by. If you've ever watched a moonlit night where there is some clouds and the clouds just kind of dip and dive, they may cover the moon and put it in shadow for a moment, but then they just keep moving on by, and then once they're moved out of the way, that moon just shines so bright and beautiful. And so there's a need for you to allow the anxiety of others, the concerns of others around you, to just float by you and let your shine continue to come through. Okay, let go of the anxiety of others. All right, so that's clearly a guidance message. Now, in terms of the place, where are you? Interesting. Look at that. The forest. I almost felt like that moon was like sitting up above that. So this was the card that I asked Spirit to kind of give us some understanding of where you are right now in your life, in this day, in this week. So let's take a look at this. The forest is a really a beautiful place. I think it's a beautiful place. But the thing about the forest is that, everything that you think about this idea of a forest. So these are the archetype cards. So it's sort of like, what is this idea of a forest? And when you think about a forest, it can be scary. People get lost there. It gets dark. And at the same time, it can be magical. It can be childlike. It can be playful. It can be full of fairies, right? And so there's a sense of like that you have gone into a space within your life in which you might feel like you're in a bit of a forest where there perhaps are some exciting magical things that are happening, but at the same time there's some fear that's going on. There's a feeling of maybe being a little bit overwhelmed or lost. I don't know if anybody else has had the experience of being lost in a forest before, or even if you were young and maybe your first night in the forest and hearing all the sounds of the forest and how it's both terrifying, right? But at the same time, like so exciting what's out there in the imagination, where your imagination can go with it. So it can be a very beautiful, magical place, but some of you may also be feeling like you're a bit lost right now. So this is what I'm seeing in terms of where you are right now in your life. which is a duality that it can be extremely beautiful, right? And it also feels like with the forest that the thing is that you cannot really spend time. Most people who spend some time in the forest, at some point you're going to feel a little bit disoriented or a little bit lost in some way. At some point you're going to feel a bit small, right? Because the forest is so much bigger than us and it kind of gives us a wider perspective of life. At some points it's going to be magical. There's something magical about being in the forest. So I feel like all those things are going on for you. Okay, so that is what I'm getting for where you are right now. So let's dig into the tarot to kind of get a sense of the story and any guidance, and also then we'll dig into the oracles. Okay, so for the tarot, you've got, I pulled 5 tarot, I think this stuff. So the Knight of Cups, beautiful. The Prince of Swords, okay. And the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, lovely energy. And then you've got, okay, so I'm gonna pull all the tarot down here. And then you've got, from the Akashic Tarot, you've got the King of Roses. Beautiful. And the King of Keys. Okay. A lot of court cards here. Okay, so let's think about what we're seeing here as the guidance and the blessings. So I think one thing that's very clear here is that you are coming out of the forest, right? You're coming out of what might be dense and dark and moving into a place of pure light, right? Because these cards here, there's a couple of things that are kind of repeated here. So you've got the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups, it represents, the emotional realm, the spiritual realm, the intuitive realm. But oftentimes it'll say that the Knight of Cups is bringing a message of love. I love this card so much because it's a very heart-centered message. And the way that this gets played out with the Prince of Swords and then the 7 of Pentacles, I'm really getting a very strong sense that some of you all, okay, so there's a couple of different messages here. So, wow, I didn't even see that. Wow, that's beautiful. The way that the fish, there's so much abundance in this card, and there is so much about sort of a deep opening to a deeper spiritual level of concern within your life. There is certainly a message of heart opening, chakra opening, a message of love may be coming to you. So depending on where you are and what you're dealing with right now in your life, there are a couple of different scenarios that could be here. So one, there's definitely an energy of connection here because you've got the Knight of Cups, you've got the King of Roses, which is going to be the King of Cups, and then relative to the King of Cups in the Akashic, and then you've got the King of Keys, which is relative to the King of Pentacles. And then you've got this beautiful, even as you look at this 7 of Pentacles, which, there's just a lot of heart energy. You can just see her heart opening here. Now, I'll talk about what I sort of see in this card, but my point is that there's a lot of love here. So I feel like part of the guidance that I'm getting here is for you all to open your heart chakra, open your ability to love on yourself deeply. And also there's this sense of like following your passion. That is also a thread that I'm seeing here. And so the blessing here is that Spirit is here to help you open to a new way. And part of the way that that's going to show up for you in terms of a blessing is that you're going to come into more heart-centered connections. So for some of you, that might be a partner that is coming in for you. And for some of you, that may be community, that may be in friendship. It might even be in business for some of you, because we do have this pinnacle energy here. But the bottom line is that it's going to be, those type of connections that are almost otherworldly, where it's like everything kind of gels, and it's just like there's so much heart, like it's just heart centered, like there's a lot of love there, whether it like be deep romantic love or just that sort of opening of your heart where you feel like you're at peace with the individual and you're at peace with the work that you're doing, and there's just a lot of joy. That is what I'm really feeling with this Knight of Cups coming in. The other thing about this Knight of Cups is like you all are coming to a place where you have seen some success. This is what I'm also seeing in the Seven of Pentacles here. You've seen some success, you've been moving forward, but what's going to happen for you, the blessing that I'm hearing from Spirit is that success is going to deepen. And the way that it's going to deepen, is going to it's going to expand from your heart center. So for instance, if you are working on something, like working on a creative project that you were passionate about and you've seen a little bit of success, it's been progressing, it's doing all those things, you're going to become clearer. The blessing is that you're going to become clearer on an area or an aspect of it that truly is like your soul's purpose, like your heart comes alive when you do that work. So for instance, if you were a writer and then all of a sudden you discover mysteries and you discover that your passion is in writing mysteries, and like you go deeper into that and you start to expand and bring it out into the world and you connect with the world in a greater way around it. Okay. If you are something completely different, say you are a nurse, right? And you have been working with patients and in healing patients and you enjoy doing that, but all of a sudden you discover, I don't know, working with children or working with expecting mothers in some ways. And there's some aspect about that you really like, that just really turns you on, turns your fire on, and you get so excited about it. This is the blessing. It's like Spirit is going to bring you the blessing of a greater understanding of your own heart, of your own self, of your own soul's path. That's so beautiful, because what that does is that, because what this card is really saying is like, you need to further follow that. Now, what's really here, what you really need to know is that the other part of the blessing is that you all are going to see success. Like you are already in a state of like moving. If you're not feeling successful right now, success is coming to you. You've also got this beautiful Prince of Swords. And the Prince of Swords here, this is why I'm also just feeling like this connection to your destiny, because in this particular Prince of Swords, he is got his sword up against the north wind, which is like leading towards your destiny, right? So leading you toward your destiny. He's using his intellect. The other thing about princes in this deck, and the princes and the princesses, is that they are deeply connected to their inner child. So they're deeply connected to their inner child, and there's like this healing that is occurring through your intelligence and your intellect. With this Prince of Swords, he represents the air element, and he's like, what I'm just really feeling and seeing him here is that he's literally cutting you a clear path toward your soul's purpose. And yeah, there's like a balancing that is occurring between what you may have struggled with in the past and where you're going in the future. Doors are being opened for you, and that's part of the blessing that's coming through. But the thing with the Seven of Pentacles here, this is an abundant card. So oftentimes when I see these cards, it's like, oh, things are starting to grow, but you're having to wait, right? Like you're waiting for the harvest to come in, and it's kind of telling you to be patient. But in this particular Seven of Pentacles, it's like you all are already blossoming. Like the harvest is already here for you. So you're going to already be seeing the abundance. But what's beautiful, what you're waiting for in this card is not necessarily, although some of you you're gonna see more material gains, because we're gonna get to this king of keys. Okay, so this is also here. So it's like you're definitely, but I guess what I'm saying is that the blessing is that you are going to become more heart-centered in the work that is successful for you. So as you continue to find success, what you're going to find is that your success deepens, and that not only are you excited about the material gains that you're going to see, because you will see them. Okay, there's some just beautiful imagery, and it's also like this is very fast moving with these horses in the background. It's like spirit is like moving you forward, y'all. This is beautiful. Like the more I look at it, like, and there's like transformation that is happening in your heart space, right? It's like the abundance that you're going to experience in your life when you start to see things start to happen for you, and doors start to open, and your money flow is flowing a bit easier, and all of that. That is just the tip of the iceberg. That is just the beginning for you, because spirit is saying the blessing here is that you are going to be transformed by the work that you've done to bring yourself to this level of abundance. You are going to be heart transformed, and you're going to find that the more that you take the abundance that you're receiving and expand whatever it is that you're doing, so that you're connected to community as well. So if I used it, for instance, of like, if you loved gardening and you were doing gardening and you started doing a community garden, that connection to community is going to take what you're doing to an even higher level. If you are an artist of some kind and you begin to share your work more, or perhaps you even go out into the community and work with the community in some way to help them to bring out their art, then it's like you're going to blossom. But the thing is, what's beautiful about it is it's not an act of charity. I'm not saying that the spirit is saying, oh, you need to go and do an act of charity within community and that's what's going to bring the blessing. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that your heart, what turns your heart on, what you get passionate about, is what spirit is going to guide you to. And the more that you do that thing that you love, the more abundance is going to be flowing into your life. Okay. And not only material abundance, but emotional abundance. That's what's so beautiful about this reading. Wow. And we've got this, I let go of the anxiety of others. And I think that's because like your space, like when you sit in your own space of love and abundance, you don't have room for all of that anxiety of others, because you've also got this King of Roses here. So when I talk about emotional space, like this is really representing a balance of your emotional world, your intellectual world. And on top of that, it is a clear message of like partnership, love of some kind. Okay. Now, depending on where you are in your life, because this is a general reading, but if you are single, this is really talking about a very beautiful, deepening connection, right? That is going to open your heart in a way that you have not yet experienced, right? It is supportive. It is stable. It is nurturing. It is loving. And it's it's waiting for you, okay? Because this is the message, is what unexpected blessings and guidance is waiting for you. And what I'm really seeing is that I'm seeing wealth and abundance. I'm seeing connection to what is your true north, what it is that really brings you passion. I can't deny the wealth and abundance, because you got the King of Roses and the King of Keys right beside each other. So you got the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles, right? And the King of Pentacles is like this really stable, abundant energy, right? It's like beyond that Seven of Pentacles. It's right. It's like once you've gone into your heart space, it's like an overflowing of abundance. And because we're talking about blessings and guidance, I feel like spirit is really saying like, trust and know that the more that you open your heart, the more abundance is going to be coming into you. And that will be abundance in the material world and financially, as well as abundance within your heart space emotional security, emotional support, emotional love, you all that goodness that comes with that. And it's going to start with this message from the Knight of Cups. And what I think I would say is that in the other part of the guidance is that I also felt some of you, okay, this just slid in on the side, but some of you, one of the things that will help you will be to be connected to nature, right? So this time, I just got this sense of like your time in the trees will open your heart so that you can truly be, okay? I don't know where that came from, but that's what I heard. Your time in the trees will open your heart so that you can truly be, okay? And that kind of ties to what this is because you need to, this is about getting to your soul's purpose and aligning to that soul's purpose, but trusting and knowing what you need to know today is that spirit not only sees you, but spirit is deeply in the mix with you and moving you forward pretty rapidly, okay, toward what it is that you desire, what it is your heart's desire. And when you tap into that energy, you are bringing yourself to not only connecting with people and partnerships that are going to give you a greater sense of love, as well as your own self-love, okay, because that is also deeply here. But then also like this sense of material, like the King of Keys, when it shows up, is really talking about that there, you can expect a promotion, you can expect some sort of way of being sort of pushed into a leadership type role that brings you even greater abundance. All right. So that's what I'm seeing within the cards in terms of the guidance and the blessings. Let's see what we have here for your oracle cards. So you have, I am enough. I am beautiful just as I am. I am loved just as I am. I am worthy just by being me. I don't need to fit in. I don't need to worry about other people's anxieties, okay? I just need to be myself, and the right people, these King of Roses, will come into my life. Those who see and appreciate me for all that I am. This is gorgeous, okay? So I am enough, all right? And then you've got keys on trees. Look at that, and I feel like it's right here beside the king. Keys on trees. You all, like pile one, you've got a lot of opportunities coming your way. Like this is like, okay, so this little elephant is in this little cage. It kind of reminds me of where you all might be right now. Like you might feel like you're in the forest and like in a little cage in some ways, you know, but this elephant has access to all of these keys, okay? There are multiple ways that this elephant can move forward. He's literally holding the big key right there to be able to release himself from whatever is going on here. And I feel like for you all, it's about the abundance that is coming into your life, okay? There's just opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. So as you begin to move forward and release yourself from whatever might be holding you back, okay, you're going to have even more opportunities as you go down. You'll be able to like get the keys and go into different doors and discover new things. As you open up your heart, that is a big unlocking, right? And that is going to be when that key happens, it's just going to blossom and abundance is just going to be pouring in for you. This is a really strong reading, pile one, in terms of wealth and abundance and blessings and love and, you know, all of those good things that we hope for, you know, joy and happiness. Like but mainly what I'm seeing here, to be 100% clear, is like this spiritual growth, love, and wealth. Okay. Spiritual growth, love, and wealth is going to be your blessings within this pile. And your final oracle card, Awaken. Okay, yeah, I definitely was feeling that you all were going to experience a greater level of connection to your soul's purpose, to your, you know, many of you may have been, this card talks about that many of you may have been seeing different synchronicities or getting messages through your dreams, or just seeing a lot of like coincidences, or seeing certain numbers again and again, or just having these hunches about doing something, and you go and do it and then something happens, right? And this card is really saying like, Spirit has been knocking on your door for you to awaken. And I believe Spirit is wanting you to awaken because there's so many blessings that are knocking on your door. But you have to be grounded in your heart center to be able to really achieve it, okay? To really have it, hold it, have it be in your space. It says it's time to awaken because humanity needs your illuminating light. It's like Spirit, when we go through these soul journeys and we're opening these things, as you're opening your heart, as you're receiving all of that abundance and the love that is meant for you to come through, the blessing is that you are also touching other people, whether you're aware of it or not. Your very existence is a part of it, okay? And it says, dear one, just as I was saying, the universe has been gently nudging you forward with signs, synchronicities, dreams, and coincidences. It's time to awaken to your true creative potential and inherent power, which is what this Seven of Pentacles is saying here. Okay, so this is just confirmation of it. You are being propelled forward to stir the ancient wisdom that is already in you, okay? This is a gorgeous, beautiful card, you all. You need to center yourself in what it is that you already know, whether that is through meditation, walking in the forest, getting connected to what it is that is your soul's purpose, opening your heart chakra so that you can access all of these keys to the abundance and the love that is coming to you, because you, beloveds, are already enough. It is already in you. This is gorgeous. I hope that you received the message that you needed to receive today. I feel like the blessings that are coming to you are really too numerous to even say, but I feel like, the gist of it is that an increase of love, not only for yourself, but actually people coming in to love on you, okay? Coming in to love on you. Your intellect and your intelligence is one of your superpowers, one of your keys. Continue to leverage that, and that wealth, whatever you've been working on, is going to blossom. It is abundant. And as it blossoms, the more you open your heart into it, the more you step deeper into the part of it that really jazzes you up, that you feel passionate about, even more abundance is going to come, and even more keys, opportunities are going to be available to you. That's what I see, beautiful ones. And I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you for joining the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Ade, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye-bye. Hello, Pal 2, and welcome to the Abundant Joy Tarot. If you chose the Opal Heart and this card right here, then this is going to be your reading. So let's jump into it. We are just talking about today, what are the unexpected blessings and guidance that is waiting for you? And so let's jump into your reading. So you've got, my words and actions are beauty, compassion, and love. So the main message that is coming to me right now is about gratitude. It is about being conscious of the power of the tongue, being conscious of what it is that you say, what you speak out into the world, knowing that that's what you're bringing back to you, right? But the other thing that I just keep hearing is like gratitude. I keep hearing, I am thankful, I am thankful, I am thankful, I am thankful. And I feel like there is that either those of you who have tuned into this pile are in a space of gratitude, that you really feeling very grateful for where you are in your life, and or you need to cultivate a practice of gratitude. And by doing it, it's really just as simple as just like saying thank you, just acknowledging that there is a higher power source in your life that is supporting you, whatever that higher power source is for you, right? Or, even just depending on where you are, like just acknowledging the beautiful things in your life, acknowledging that, the sun is out, acknowledging the flowers that you see, we're into summertime, acknowledging the warmth, acknowledging friends that you have in your life, acknowledging the food that you have on your table, like all of the little things, just even taking that moment to just acknowledge this is a blessing. Everybody doesn't have this, right? That's what I'm hearing here. And I feel like some of you are already in that space. So this is just resonating with you, that there is a sense that is part of your blessing, is that the words that you speak out into the world and the actions that you take are based in love, that they are heart-centered, okay? That is not only the blessing that you have in your life, but it is also the guidance that you have in your life. So if you're already there, it's like Spirit is saying, keep doing it, keep cultivating that, because it is going to manifest even more beautiful things for you in your life. If you're not there, then continue to work on cultivating it, cultivate more of it. Okay. Now, in terms of where you are, like where you are right now in the space in your life, you've got the castle. Okay, interesting. So, when you think about the castle, like the castle is going to be where there's a lot of wealth, there's a lot of affluence, right? There's a sense of like power, right? But the other thing about the castle is that it also can be stagnant. It can be depressing. The walls are really high and one can feel trapped. It reminds me of that saying of like, the jailer becomes the jailee, right? You can't jail someone else without jailing yourself, and you can't keep people out without trapping yourself, right? And this sense of the, even with this image here, where it's like the pearls are like closed, right? Like there's like, it almost feels like wires like around the opulence. So whereas on some level you may feel a sense of opulence, some of you may have more material wealth or just feel abundant in that way, feel like there are things around you, but it's like there's something about where you are where you feel either stagnant, depressed, trapped in some way, or just like disconnected from community, right? Disconnected from, because the castle has a very lonely feel to it. I'm reminded of like, these women like trapped away in the castle, right? And it's like this big opulent place that's not full of warmth and joy and, hope and people, right? Like, so some of you may be feeling a bit isolated, okay, right now. So this is just what I'm seeing in terms of a significator right now, in terms of what Spirit is showing me in terms of where you are. Now, some of you may be saying, well, I'm in community, but there's a way in which you feel what this card is saying is that you feel in some ways trapped. You feel some ways lonely within your space. And it may be that you have to walk in certain ways, or you have to follow certain guidelines, or have certain walls around you in your world right now. But yeah, so that is what Spirit is showing me in terms of where you are. Now let's look into what is the guidance and what is the blessings that are waiting for you, unexpected blessings and guidance. Yeah, so there's just this other thing about the castle. It says, notice how castles are designed to keep things out. They defend, they separate. It's likely there is connection and community beyond its walls that will revitalize you. So I'm really getting this sense of like kind of loneliness and this sort of need to connect with others. All right, so let's see what the tarot is. So I'm going to pull the tarot and then we'll do the oracles right after. So the tarot that you have, Okay, so you've got the Four of Cups. Now, this is interesting because it kind of speaks to what I was talking about before, this sort of sense of the Four of Cups is not about depression. It's actually a very beautiful card, but sometimes it can be shown as a sense of sort of disappointment and reflection. It depends on how you take it. It can either be a card of reflection, or sometimes the shadow part of it can be a card of apathy and self-pity, sort of being lost, feeling isolated, and by yourself. So that's interesting that is along there with the castle. And then you've got the Tower. Okay. So definitely you're either going through a sudden change right now, or a sudden change is about to happen. And people get scared when they see this Tower card. But to me, the Tower card is necessary. It's one of the major arcanas, and it's just a part of our journey. We all go through multiple Tower moments. And depending on what you're dealing with, it depends on what it is. Now, it is always an unexpected sudden change. So we're asking Spirit for like, what is the unexpected blessings or guidance that are coming to you? And so I feel like this is going to be a blessing. Sometimes a sudden change is exactly what we need. If we're in a position within our life where things are not going in the direction that we want to do, we feel a bit stagnant, we feel a bit apathetic about where it is we're moving forward. We need that Tower moment to shake things up and get us to dip back into, get closer to Spirit, get closer to what is our heart's desire, and to move ourselves forward towards success, okay? And so I feel like that is actually a blessing. I feel like this Tower card for this pile, for pile number 2, is actually going to be a blessing, because this Castle card feels like a sense of being trapped, as I said. And then this Four of Cups card feels like a sense of apathy, right? Like things are a bit stagnant, and it's calling for you to reconnect, because the light side of the Four of Cups is about self-reflection. It's about using this time where it's like things don't feel right. You may feel a bit confused about things, using that time as a place to sort of tap into your deeper self, tap into your higher self, tap into your spirit self, your connection to Spirit, and get some clarity. Take a pause and reflect on what's not working for you. What is it that's your heart's desire? That's what this card is actually calling for. Sometimes what it shows up as is you just sort of feeling like, I'm not happy. I don't know what it is that I'm not happy about. I'm just unhappy. The things are not going the way I'm disappointed. My life doesn't look the way I want it to look, etc., etc. And we get into a cycle of self-pity. So Spirit is really, the guidance is to step into self-reflection. Step into self-reflection, tap into Spirit to get the guidance, because you are going to experience a sudden change that is going to shift everything as you know it. Okay? But this is going to be a blessing for you all. I am convinced of that. And now I am definitely convinced of it. Okay, because you've got the Six of Wands, okay? And the Six of Wands is a beautiful card, and it is also a part of our path. But what it is really saying here is that the Six of Wands is about success. That's really what it is. It is a success card, but not only is it a success card, it's a success card with recognition. It's that other people are seeing you. And I love how it is illustrated here, because the sun is opening in the heart. There's all this growth. I love how like there's a shift here in energy from like this sense of like sort of going within, not feeling fulfilled, feeling a bit stuck, feeling a bit trapped, even energetically, even color wise within the cards. You kind of see this sort of like there's a going within, and then there's this bursting open that's going to happen, an opening in your life, right? And a reconnection to Spirit that just splits right down the middle of what's going on, and then brings you to a place of success. And so, as I said, I really feel like this Tower card for you, this sudden change that's going to take place in your life, is going to be a blessing. It's going to be a blessing. I'll tell you that every Tower moment can feel challenging, because none of us are really comfortable with change. That's just the truth of it. We're just not. But the thing is that this is bringing you to incredible success, not just like, gosh, I love this for you all, Paul, too, because, the Tower moment can feel hard. It can feel tough. But this Six of Wands coming in is like, and I love that he's like, this messenger is supposed to represent connecting you to your dreams. It's like you're going to have greater clarity as you come out of this sudden change, this sudden awakening, right? This is considered a sudden awakening, that things, we get caught up in ego, and that's why we get frustrated with the Tower moment. But if you can release that, if you can go with the flow of the Tower moment, it is an opportunity to motivate you and connect you to your soul's purpose. That's what the Tower moment actually does. It connects you to your higher self. It brings healing and strength and perseverance, okay? It shifts the energy around you and it liberates you from blocks, okay? It also brings a new awareness. It's like that moment, that aha moment, like, it could be that it's a job loss, but then like, as you're literally walking out of the job, it's terrible. You don't want it to happen the way it happened. Then all of a sudden you just have this moment of like, I hated that job. Like, it's such a sense of relief. Like, you're just like, oh, and you just need to trust and know that the universe has made that happen for a reason. And you can trust and know that you got this Six of Wands coming up, and the Six of Wands is gorgeous because it's all about success. It's all about believing in yourself, trusting in your dreams, and seeing them blossom into reality. So it's not just in your head, right? It's like your dreams are actually manifesting. It really is bringing you success and abundance. There is harmony that comes with this card. This card brings harmony after chaos. So after this sudden change, after this sudden awakening, harmony is coming for you. And that is truly a blessing for you. It's like the Six of Wands helps you to understand how to move forward to create your dreams, because that's what it is. It is the manifestation of your dreams and you being recognized for that. And so what it does is it not only is it a moment of success, a moment of feeling that beauty and that gratitude, but it cultivates more of those moments in the future because now you know that it's true. It opens up opportunities, renewal, expansion, breakthroughs, okay? Come with this card. It brings victory and good news. You are blessed with supportive people around you and friends and happy relationships. It indicates good health and overcoming an illness. So this card is just good, okay? And I love it for you coming after the Tower card, okay? And then the other tarot that you have, I should have put these down before. Okay, so this is interesting because it's it's sort of falling here. And then the Queen of Forces. Okay, so you've got the Two of Roses. And in the Akashic Tarot, what you see here in this card is you've got a message coming in. Now, this message may be related to the Tower, okay, because it's coming in from the Hawk, who is a predator. But you've got the scroll of the dove, your higher self. This card is asking you to tap into your higher self and look at the circumstances of your life, because the roses talks about emotions, it talks about family, it talks about connections. And what you can see here, if you look closely, like the teacup here has fallen over and is broken. Okay. And then this message is coming in. It's like there could be a message of not necessarily a super positive message. Something is awry, something is broken, something is not working, something, it has the similar energy, if you will, of the Four of Cups when it's in shadow, this sense of apathy, like there's a sense of disappointment, right? That something has gone awry, but it's just one of the cups, right? So it's not going to be a major disruption, but it's interesting to me because it's sort of falling like sort of near this tower. So I feel like this message is coming in, but the thing is, the blessing and the guidance from Spirit in this particular card is for you to step above above whatever is going in your life. If there's chaos going in your life, if there's disruption going in your life, even if there is like minor conflicts, right? Like minor conflicts happening in your life, what you're being asked to do is to step away from it, not away from it, but step above it, right? See it from a broader perspective, a broader horizon, and act from a place of your higher self. Act from a place of beauty, compassion, and love. My actions and words are of beauty, compassion, and love. And so Spirit is asking you to tap into that energy, even if you're in front of minor conflicts or struggle, even if you're in the face of a sudden awakening or sudden change. All right. And the other thing is you've got this beautiful Queen of Forces, and she is literally balancing the sun and the moon. All right. And this card, she's really speaking to you having a sense of harmony. This energy brings harmony to your life. And so the blessing that we see here, the unexpected blessing is, you may have a sudden change or sudden awakening that's occurring. Some conflict may be going on in your life. You may be feeling a bit stuck or in depression. But the good news is that things are going to shake up, and harmony is going to be restored to you. And then not only is harmony going to be restored, but a great success and acknowledgement and a recognition is going to be coming into your life as well. So that is just gorgeous. So what your guidance is just to stay in what we saw in the originally, keeping your words and actions of beauty, compassion, and love. No matter what you see in your outer circumstances, remember that conditions have no power over you. Okay, you are able to move forward and manifest the things that you have in your life. Tap into this energy of the Queen of Forces, because she is all about balance and harmony and able to empower. Like that, she also represents, it could be an individual coming into your life, or it could be you who is sort of influential, right? Who has a sense of power. There's such a sense of power here, but harmony, like power that's used in a very balanced way. It's also using your intellect and your heart space, right? So bringing those two pieces together to be able to bring you to this great success that is coming for you, that is truly blessed. I mean, you've got the star there. He's really like balancing your dreams in this process. So this is beautiful. I love this for you all. Okay, so now for your oracle cards, play. I am completely engaged in what I do in the here and now. I call it play instead of work. I am deeply fulfilled by all that I do. Okay. And this, to me, the message here is the guidance. This feels like guidance from here, but it also feels like you're going to have a blessing of play. You know, even though there may be some things that are going on for you right now, you're moving into a space of lightness. You're moving into a space of harmony. You're moving into a space of success, abundance, okay, and recognition. And so this sense of play is like, remember to play, to be present in the here and now. You know, I am engaged in what I do in the here and now. Stay present for where you are, okay? And trust and know that great things are coming to you, all right? You've got the protective nest. And this, to me, is speaking to, this is about this mothering energy, okay? And it talks about, it's interesting to me because you've got this egg that's down here at the root, right? So what's at the core of you, right? There's a need for you to mother yourself, to protect yourself, protect your core, okay? The other thing is that we've got these eggs up here on the crown, all right? And that's letting me know that you are also being asked to protect your ideas, protect your creative infants, right? Your creative buds, those things that you're going to burst out into the future, okay? Hold them close to you during this period of transition, and as you get ready to move into a period of success, balance, and harmony, okay? Gorgeous. Ooh. And then you've got listen. I love this card because she's so connected to the earth, right? She is listening to the earth, understanding that she's also listening to herself. She's also listening to the divine because she is connected here. And I feel like with this card of the self-reflection and this idea of play, that there's a need for you to listen to yourself and be gentle with yourself during this period, loves. All of you all that chose pile number 2, you may be going through a sudden awakening. And during that period of time, it's really important that you be gentle with yourself. Know that you are a beautiful soul, that you have everything that you need, okay? And that you need to listen. You need to listen to yourself. Listen to those whispers that come to you. Go out of your castle and connect with nature and listen to the spirits that are walking with you, that are guiding you in light, okay? Tap into that energy and allow it to let you ride through these changes with ease. All right. I really see that for you all because I really see you going into this beautiful Six of Wands energy. I want to put it on top here because as you're listening and playing and bringing in this harmony energy, it's going to move you past this tower that's happening, this sudden change that's going on in your life, and bring you to a place of peace, harmony, success, supportive friends and family, just a beautiful space, all right? And then your overarching, look at that confirmation. So you've got gratitude, all right? You've got gratitude. And the thing about gratitude for you, as I felt earlier in the reading, is a superpower. It's a superpower for you. So the gratitude, it's like you can see this gratitude is emerging from her center and out and bringing into her magic and all of the things that she needs to be able to manifest. It's like such a beautiful connection. Look at these 2 cards of the Six of Wands and the gratitude card, right? All of this light and stardust and magic of beautiful things coming into your space. And so this gratitude card is guidance from spirit that this is your superpower to bring you to a place of success. Be thankful for that which is happening now. Even be thankful for particularly be thankful for the sudden awakening of the tower that may either be, you may already know what the tower moment is, or it may be coming shortly, okay? And if it's coming shortly, they are unexpected, but I feel like I feel like you all already have a sense that this is coming. Those of you who are listening to this, Paul, I just feel that. So, but it can be, something unexpected. But as you're going through it, stay in a place of gratitude. Speak from a place of beauty, compassion, and love, so that that's what you're bringing to you, and it will lessen the impact of the tower moment for you by staying in gratitude throughout it. All right. And ultimately, you're coming to this Six of Wands, which is beautiful. All right. So that is what I see for you in terms of what are the unexpected blessings and guidance that that's waiting for you. And I hope that this brought you some sense of peace, some sense of hope. Beautiful things are coming for you, and I'm excited for you. And that is your reading. So I will see you in your next reading. If you have not yet subscribed to the Abundant Joy Tarot channel, please click that subscribe button. I'd love to have you in the community. Feel free to like the videos, share the videos, write a comment down there. Let me know what resonates with you. I would love to hear from you. And if you want a personal reading, check out my email in the description. I will see you in your next reading. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome back to the Abundant Joy Tarot. If you chose this Unakite heart and this card, then this is going to be your reading. And the topic that we're looking at today is, what are the unexpected blessings and guidance that are waiting for you? And so we've had some interesting readings. I am drawn into this card here. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, the Abundant Joy Tarot channel, please click that subscribe button down there at the bottom. I'd be happy to have you in the community. And let's get into your reading. So I am just drawn in by this image here, and it feels like obviously there's a finger there, and so it feels like the hand of the divine is reaching down to touch you. So I feel like this pile, we'll see what comes about, but there's a connectedness here with the divine that I think is really important for you in terms of what the guidance is. It's like it feels like the divine is like I see you, I got you. Like there's a hand on you, right? Is what it feels like. So let's see. So it says, I assess matters carefully and discern wisely. Okay. So this is like leaning into your intellect, right? That there's something about using your intellect, using your intelligence, using strategy, using strategy to be able to help you to move forward. Okay. I feel like that is a guidance. I feel like this pile is already highly intelligent, so it's not as if you could be, the blessing could be that you are getting more clarity, gaining more wisdom, but I feel like the guidance is to tap into what you already have as a wisdom there. And I'm going to pause this for just a moment to correct the candles. Okay, so so just in thinking about that is the guidance is for you all to really tap into your intellect, use your reasoning, use your strategy to help you to navigate whatever is going on for you right now. Now let's look at where you are. Okay, so the place card that I pulled for you is the cave. Yeah, I was feeling like this. Wow, look at that. Can you all see the eyes there? So this card, it's interesting because the cave is all about, it's like going into a sacred space. The cave represents the sacred center within yourself. Okay. And it's saying that many of you all have kind of gone internally and been doing some work on yourself, connecting to the divine, connected to your higher self, tapping into that. When the cave is drawn, it is saying that, many of us don't enter the cave, don't go into that space of deeper learning, of deeper knowing. But if you have gone into that space, it is a place of potent power. Okay, it is both a portal to another realm and a space for sacred ritual and initiation. So the cave is a place for meaningful retreat. And it really does talk about that kind of inner space. It might be an actual space for some of you all. Some of us have our own caves, if you will, or places to kind of be able to go within. But what's beautiful about it is that within the walls of your cave, whether that be internally or some space in which you're able to get that inner reflection, that is when you're able to really hear the whispers of the divine, tap into the mystery and power even greater than yourselves that lives within you. So many people actually fear the cave, all right, and they never try to go there because it can be, it's dark, right? A cave can be dark and dank, but there's so many beautiful mysteries within it when you're able to go into the depths of yourself and reveal the mysteries and the beauty that is there. So I feel like for those of you who have picked pile number 3, that you've been doing some of that inner work, okay? And the question of the card is also asking, where is your cave? If you have not done that, if you don't feel like that's where you are, where is your cave? Because you probably already know where that is. How do you get to that space within? It's time to return to it. And get the information that you need to get there. Now, others of you who maybe are not in in the light of the cave being that deep sacred place, you may be feeling in a space of withdrawal or isolations or feeling like you're hiding in some way. Okay. So both sides of those things could be true with this cave energy. I'm getting a strong sense that many of you are, have gone in for self-reflection, have done that inner work. Okay. And it doesn't have to look like you actually going into a cave. Obviously it's like, just being this way of sheltering within and knowing yourself, coming to know yourself, connecting with the divine, doing meditation, whatever it may be. Okay. All right. So this is the place that you are in right now. So let's see what the guidance is, It's interesting because I feel like there's, with this card of, I assess matters carefully and discern wisely. There's this real sense of like peace, if you will, peace and silence that I get with this cave. I can almost like see the image of sort of like going within to like tap into the balance of your logic, right? Balancing your logic and emotion so that you can see clearly what steps to take forward within your life. Right? And that is truly a gift and a blessing to be able to do that. Now let's see what your tarot cards are. So you've got the Queen of Swords. Okay, so wait, let me just do this because that way we'll have space. This is going to be your oracle cards. We'll come back to that. So you've got the Queen of Swords. Okay, this is a beautiful energy. She is very wise, and it's interesting because we've already been talking about your intellect, right? Your intellect. The Queen of Swords uses her intellect to bring about her abundance. She is also, when she comes in, she's also bringing you some transformation, right? She is opening up a new level of clarity, a new level of awareness, right, within your life. And to be able to, she uses her sword to be able to swiftly discern between like emotion and logic. She's connected emotionally, right? It's just that she's also very balanced with her intellect, and her intellect gives her the strength and the power that she needs to be able to move forward. She's a very powerful energy to have in your presence and in your life at this time. And I feel like she brings the blessing of transformation. That's what I'm really seeing here in this particular card of the Queen of Swords. Oftentimes I see her as kind of like that diplomat, that judge, that one who's able to make clear decisions. And I certainly see that here as well. But I also get a sense that like for some of you, when the realizations that you might be having either in your isolation or within the cave of self-reflection, the Queen of Swords is coming in as an opportunity to take action, to move forward on the new clarity, the new enlightenment, the new understanding that you have of self and of your path, your journey moving forward. So I feel like the Queen of Swords energy in and of itself is a blessing for you at this time. You've got the Hierophant. Yeah, there's just a lot of spiritual energy on this path, with this pile. I'm getting a lot of spiritual energy. Let's see what the other cards are so that I can kind of, okay, so you've got the Seven of Swords. There's some disappointment. There's something that there's a sense of loss here but a fortitude, right? Like a sense of perseverance and moving forward. The Stag is such a beautiful, magical energy, right? There is a sense of needing patience, right? It feels like Spirit is saying, we're giving you the patience that you need to be able to move through the conflict and struggle that you may have been dealing with. Okay, I'm going to come back to that Hierophant, but that just came to me right away. And then the Queen of Cups, beautiful. So you've got the Queen of Swords on one end, and you've got the Queen of Cups on the other. Balance of both your mental and your intuitive, emotional side. She is already a bit balanced, but this, I mean, the Queen of Cups is deeply tied into your intuitive space. Very powerful energy, and certainly a blessing for you right now. I'm going to tap into a little bit like what the guidance here is. Okay, so you've got the Eight of Forces. Now, this is kind of what I was starting to feel with this Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords and the Eight of Forces is kind of, the energy, I think, is a little bit similar, because the Eight of Forces is talking about it can be unexpected, although most of you probably saw, because the thing is, okay, so the thing about this card is like, the lightning bolt is like unexpected, right? Because it just comes down and it cracks everything in half, and it can be difficult, right? It's like it can be a splitting of something, a splitting of a relationship, a splitting of a work opportunity, a splitting of something within the family. So it can be a very challenging energy. But the thing is, the reason why I said some of you, this is not going to be a complete shock to you, is because you can see that this storm has been going on for some time. So even though the lightning bolt is coming down and it's like a sudden change, it's a sudden breakup of what's going on, the truth is that you probably have already known that things were not, that things were being flooded, that things were being shifted in your world in some way, okay? So that is what the Eight of Forces is actually speaking on. And then this Seven of Swords, it's like there's been a loss of some kind, but there is a desire and a fortitude, a perseverance to be able to keep pushing forward, right? Okay, we'll talk more about that. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so and then you've got, so this is the Akashic Tarot, and this is will, wisdom, and mind. There's a lot of air energy in this pile. There's a sense that I feel that Spirit is saying to you that it is time to, some of you have really gotten some clarity about, by pulling within, doing some inner reflection, you've gotten some clarity around your emotions and your thought, and you've leaned into your discernment. Okay, so you've leaned into your discernment. Now you've got this beautiful Hierophant, and the Hierophant card often can show up. The Hierophant card is a spiritual leader, a spiritual warrior, okay? And the Hierophant comes in when you may have been feeling a sense of loss or disappointment, disconnected in some way in your life, not only from your center, right? Like your internal spiritual center, okay? He is like that nudge. It's like that feeling or that nudge within you to reconnect to your soul self. Like you've been feeling disconnected from your soul self. The Hierophant is a guide that comes forward. And if some of you all have already been within that cave energy, then you've already been tapping into this energy, and it makes 100% sense that he's going to be showing up here, okay? Because he is the enlightened one, and people turn to him for guidance, okay? The Hierophant really goes back to this encouragement around your intuition. He encourages you to tap into your intuition, to trust yourself, and to see yourself and the divine in all things. So in other words, to see the divine within you and to see the divine in all things, okay? He also is going to be sending you knowledge, like sort of cosmic spiritual knowledge, and guiding you on the way. He can be a steady source. Some people can say that he can be a bit strict minded and also a bit rigid, right? Because he can often be tied to various traditions, old ways of thinking, and things like that, okay? But he also, particularly this card, is deeply connected to the spiritual realm and is like a guide within that realm. So for those of you who are opening along that path, that is what he brings to you, okay? So he also asks you the question, what is spiritually true for your soul and your heart, okay? And what is not? And then he assists you in rebalancing your life and your ideals so that they are in alignment and rejuvenated with your spiritual self. Okay, so he's a beautiful, powerful guide to be here. And I feel like this is part of your blessing of the Hierophant coming in to help you to find the harmony and the balance that you need within yourself, because we need those two sides of our, or the multiple sides of ourselves, to be in balance so that we can be following our true path, which is going to bring you the joy that you need. But you've got to be tapped into what that soul self is telling you, what it is that you truly desire, so that you can actually get it, right? So you have to be tapped into it. So I feel like the Hierophant is like a blessing of a teacher coming in to guide your thinking, guide your soul purpose to move you forward. So using your intellect in the Hierophant, we kind of talked a little bit about this Seven of Swords, and the Queen of Cups is such a beautiful energy, y'all, because the Queen of Cups, particularly here, I feel like she's just right on time, because she is deeply connected to her intuitive side. She understands not only herself and her emotions deeply, but she understands the emotions of others and is able to balance her emotions with the emotions of others. Okay, she is a guide for you in terms of going in deep, okay, touching your intuitive side. She is the ruler of the heart, and she is the portal of divine love, okay? So she's a beautiful, beautiful energy. I love the Queen of Cups for you. She also represents the divine feminine and is really the Empress of love, as they say. You know, she is the Empress of love. She is going to be visionary, right? And I feel like all that this energy is what Spirit is blessing you. It's blessing you, being blessed with an increased sense of intuition, an increased opening of your heart chakra, an opening to love. And by opening to love, an emergence, a pouring into your life of love in all of its various forms. Okay, she brings the gift of intuition, quiet focus, and strong inner balance. Okay, she also allows you to remember your dreams and your inspirations and to tap into the unconscious world. And by doing those things, all of you beautiful souls that chose pile number 3, you tap into your direct path, your soul path, and you bring about abundance. The Queen of Cups is deeply abundant, as is the Queen of Swords. Okay, very, very abundant energies, and I mean both materially and emotionally, right? So she asks you and helps you to bring out about the true happiness in your heart. Okay. So this is a beautiful reading in terms of what the blessings are that Spirit is bringing into you. This sort of sense of a greater sense of clarity and an heightened intellect through the Queen of Swords. This support, right? This support of spiritual guidance through the Hierophant to help you to get tapped into what your soul's purpose is. Now you've got, as we said, the excuse me, the Seven of Swords. Now the Seven of Swords, even though it does come can come out of disappointment, it brings new thought patterns. It challenges the old parts of yourself that are going to be revealed as you're doing this work, and allows you to have a sense of acceptance and surrender so that you can have the transformation of self that is already happening. Okay, so it's actually right on time where the Seven of Swords is, because there's a sense of needing to surrender and release so that you can step fully into your Queen of Cups energy and tap into that beautiful abundance of love, right? This is going to help you shake away some of that old thought patterns, old paths, with this Eight of Forces, perhaps some old relationships, old dynamics, old jobs, whatever it is. It's going to be breaking that away, okay? It's about pulling those things away. Now, I want to speak a little bit about this will and wisdom of mind because it's such a beautiful card. And in terms of a blessing, this is really what it is speaking on. So you've got this gold crown, and it reminds me of the crown that we are all gifted with, right? And this again goes back to your intellect, right? And so it is saying that you're going to likely find yourself in a very high position of authority or leadership, all right? A place of influence. Now, there may be a lot of activity that's going around. In other words, you might have a lot of work on your plate. There may be a lot of things that you have to do, but you are more than prepared to meet the task. And the divine is got his hands deeply in the work that you're doing. So you're not alone in it, all right? And with the powers that are in play and working with you, you're going to be able to have the discipline that you need to be able to get the creativity that you need, the rest that you need, the meditation that you need, and take the action that's required because the divine forces are working with you at this time. And this is the major blessing that's coming through. There is nothing less than the divine forces moving through you so you can manifest their power in the world. You are a walking embodiment of the divine. Okay. And that is what this card is calling on, is that you will have everything that you need to succeed. Okay. Oh, okay. So let's move along here. So you've got fuel. I enjoy doing things that fuel me. It feels great to do things for myself. When I make sure I'm taken care of, I can better show up for those in my life and for the work that I do. And your work that you need to do is going to be driven by the divine. And any time that you've been spending in the cave will help you to fuel yourself in the direction that you need. Oh, I love this card. So this is the Weaving Flowers card. And I love this for you because you've got the Queen of Cups and you've got this Queen of Swords here. And here, it's like she is weaving together the falling resources from the heaven and from the earth. And she's weaving together a beautiful, I feel like it's a beautiful dress or a beautiful, ornate, object that she's taking together. And to me, what this card represents is you weaving together the various pieces and parts of yourself so that the whole is completely together. So weaving together your shadow, weaving together your light, weaving together your wisdom, weaving together your love, weaving together your abundance, weaving together all the pieces and parts of who you are so that you have a beautiful whole. Okay. And the thing is that the divine is working with you on all of this. So tapping into your spiritual gifts as well, I'm hearing, like tapping into your spiritual gifts and weaving those all together so that you have a beautiful whole. All right. I love that. That's beautiful for you. Look at that. Okay. And then the final card that you have is Shine. I love this. This is connected to the sacral chakra, which is going to be your power center here. And this message is a message from divine that says, let your light shine. Because not only is it necessary for you to shine, but your shine is actually leading the way for others as well. And so the blessing here is that you're going to have everything that you need. The spirits are with you and guiding you on the path to success. You're going to step into a role of leadership. You're going to be bringing in more abundance. But the biggest gift of all, you've got the abundance and all of that beautifulness that's coming in. But the biggest gift of this pile that I'm seeing even stronger than I saw in any of the other piles is this gift of spiritual well-being, this gift of spiritual connection, and this gift of spiritual growth. right? And the thing is that that is like far greater than any material gift, because it is beyond the 3D, right? It is a gift that keeps giving, right? So it is a growth. It's an evolution of the soul, right? That's what this path feels like, is that the divine is supporting you with the evolution of your soul. And I love that for you. I think that's so beautiful in this reading. And so I hope that you got what you needed today. I encourage you to stay on your path. It's a beautiful journey. You all are beautiful souls. You're continuing to emerge. Let your light shine so that everyone else can not only see your light, but it can help to illuminate their path as well. Okay? Beautiful. So this is your message for today. Thank you for joining the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is our day. I'm so happy to have you here. Feel free to like, share, or subscribe, and I will see you in your next reading. Okay? Bye-bye.